Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and Ash. Today, we're going to go back to Owensboro, Kentucky, and talk about Green River's Full Proof.
That's right, Kentucky's 10th. And not only are we talking about the distillery in Owensboro, but it's also on the books the 10th distillery license, the 10th license for the entire state of Kentucky.
Yeah, so you'll find that a lot of these distilleries will have some lettering on there, not only on the barrels themselves, but usually somewhere on the bottles or inside the actual distilleries. And it'll usually read, if it's Kentucky, it'll read DSP-KY followed by a number. Now, there are thousands of distilleries licensed in the state of Kentucky and beyond Kentucky, obviously.
Absolutely.
We're just talking about Kentucky.
Yep.
But the DSP and the KY actually spells out distilled spirit producer. Then the KY obviously is the Kentucky, followed by the number, which the 10 indicates the age.
License.
They were the 10th in the state of Kentucky
Ever.
to receive the liquor license, ever.
And they're very proud of it. It's
Very proud of it. I mean,
on their buildings everywhere.
yeah, you think about the history, and we talked about Buffalo Trace and Jim Beam. This goes
Right.
way back before they were even began. Well, this property, Owensboro, Kentucky, was rebuilt and passed through a series of investors over the years because the old distillery had actually burned down in a fire in the late 1800s. So obviously a new ownership came in and started new renovations back in 2014. Jacob Carroll was actually the one who saw the property kind of get some new renovations and remodel, and they actually put some of the buildings back together.
New blood in there.
New blood.
Yeah.
Is it Jacob Call or Carroll?
Jacob Call. Did I say Carroll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Jacob
wanted to make
Call.
sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so Green River Distilling Company relaunched the Green River Full Proof Single Barrel. Now, this was exclusive to the distiller in the beginning, but now it's made its way all the way to Missouri. Has it made it to Kansas yet?
It has not made it to Kansas. It's made it to Missouri.
Okay, so
we're waiting for it. They've been obviously working on the licensing. Hopefully for 2025. They're saying we should see it. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I've heard great reviews. I've seen some other YouTube channels that have talked about this, and they have nothing but good things to talk about. I'm personally a fan of Green River.
Absolutely.
We've had a few of their different implements, their rye and their wheat, to speak for.
This is new though. This is the latest and
This
greatest.
is 2024, brand new release.
This is a release,
So I'll go ahead and do the honors of pouring it. You want to talk a little bit about the mash bill and MSRP?
So the MSRP is going to be about $60. Okay.
That smells delicious.
It's at least a 5-year, an American oak. 59.5 is the ABV mash bill. 70% Kentucky corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. Like I said, it's got a MSRP of $60. It's got the super iconic, cool bottle we've talked in the past about.
Yes.
It's got the horseshoe, and then it's got the horse track up in front, and it's flat-sided. That's right.
Just show it off.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
no, this is awesome. Now, did you talk about how they came up with this foolproof? On the back of the label, it says that the Green River Foolproof is basically a small batch of select barrels.
Okay.
And then what they do is they blend that and bottle it at barrel strength. So there's going to be a ton of flavors.
Well, it smells amazing.
Oh, it smells amazing. No, color's fantastic too.
So 119 is the proof on this?
119, correct.
Okay.
Yep. We appreciate you guys all taking the time to watch our videos. Remember, please, if you get the opportunity, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and leave comments. We appreciate all the feedback. We've got some comments here recently, some good comments, and we like the conversations, the interactions.
We like the interaction.
With our
Put
guests.
it down, man.
So we appreciate everything to you guys.
Para Dios, tus amigos, tu familia.
Salud. Ooh, that's spicy. I got some warmth. I got some Kentucky Hug on that.
All right.
What is this, 3 ounce pours?
Oh,
Yeah.
it burned a lot.
Definitely has a Kentucky Hug. That rye is spicy. You would have never, with the aromas that are coming off of it, it came as very meek. But man, on the palate, boy howdy. It's strong. It'll go down.
It hits hard, yeah.
It'll
No, I've got
some
a
hair on
lot of
your
black
chest.
pepper.
Well, maybe not for you ladies. That's a good thing.
Hopefully not.
But it might.
It's amazing. It
Oh,
really
it
is.
smells amazing. It
does.
is. It tastes amazing.
amazing.
But it is warm. I was not expecting that.
And 119 proof. I mean, I was expecting it to be a little bit on the hotter side. It definitely has an extremely long, I shouldn't say extremely long, but it's got a very long finish. It is a spicy, it is a warm one. Now that was the Kentucky Chew that I did, so let's see what we get out of that second one.
What is a Kentucky Chew?
So Kentucky Chew is when you take a little bit in your mouth and you swish it around very gently, and it kind of acclimates your tongue and your taste buds.
Do you gurgle it?
No, you do not gurgle.
No, it's
I would not
it's not mouthwash.
But who knows?
Yeah.
If you're sick, it might help.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what I'm seeing here. The amber color is pretty. It's got a nice hue, kind of almost like mahogany color, you know what I mean? Like on the furniture, that little gloss. The aromas were fantastic. They are subtle. In my perspective, they are a little on the subtle side, but they're there. They're, you've got the typical bourbon caramel, that toffee. You've got the vanilla. I get a little bit of a spice, maybe.
Like a white pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like, I don't know. It's that.
I got orange zest.
I was saying I'm
I get
getting
some
some.
zest.
I
get some pepper.
Everybody has their own palate and senses, but man, it's
You get
strong
zest?
to me.
I don't get zest.
See,
Yeah.
I don't smell orange, but there is some kind of fruit that when I
Lemon
initially
zest, maybe.
when I initially smelled it, for some reason I smell apple. It almost smelled like applesauce to me.
Yeah.
You get,
I get apple,
So like
but I also get
cinnamon.
Yeah, with the cinnamon and the caramel, but then there's like this hint of applesauce.
no,
Like an apple
it's-
pie.
Yeah. But yeah, it's got great legs. I mean, you can see the oil splashing around on the glass there.
119 proof. I think it delivers. I think the finish is great. The mouthfeel is good. The second time around, it was. I really was able to enjoy a little more and get some of that finish and that sweetness that the rye is still bringing forward, even though there's a lot of spice involved, and it's very centered. It's very confined to my tongue. I don't get it like everywhere. It's just like really right there. Yeah, I think it's great. I'll lead off with the B&A. I would say this is 8.5 for me.
Okay.
So it's pretty solid.
Sure. Trisha, you seem to be in love with it. I'm
I
assuming
am in
it's
love
a
with
10.
it. I was like 9.5 or 10. I don't know. So it was a little hot on the first sip, but afterwards, it's not spicy to me at all. It is warming, and I think it'd be a fantastic winter bourbon. I love the smell.
We are in winter.
Yes, I know.
That's why it's fantastic.
That's why it's
fantastic.
fantastic.
Yes. The mouthfeel, I mean, you have a little bit of dryness to it, but I think it's amazing. And okay, I'll give it a 10.
Oh, she had
my
to
God.
really think hard about that. Okay. And she doesn't just hand those out, people. Yeah, she does.
No,
She does.
Yeah, she does. If it's spicy, it's a 10.
It's 10.
Okay.
I think it's really good. It smells good. It tastes good. It's hot. And I don't know if I'm just not handling that very well today, but it's pretty hot. So I'm going to go about a 7. It's a little spicy for me.
Okay. I love Green River. I love me some Green River. and I was shocked how spicy this was. But having said that, based on the proof and the MSRP, the color, the smell, and it was warm. It is warm.
It is warm.
But the spices dissipated now that I'm in my third drink. So my palate has kind of acclimatized to it a little bit. Acclimated. So I think it's fantastic. I don't know that I would drink this with anything. This is probably a neat drink for me. So based on the flavors, I will say it's easily 8.5 for me.
Nice. Good to note that apple finish is probably about mid palate. So you start, it goes down. Shortly after that, you get the little burst of spices, and then it cools off, and you get a little bit of that apple taste.
Yeah, and the more it sits there right now, like I'm almost getting like a minty, cool feeling. You know, after the warm thing, you just kind of
I get that.
You get a little bit of that.
different.
Menthol
Yeah. This is good. This is
amazing.
bomb.
No.
I mean, for a 5-year, right? And yeah, it's great. 119 proof. Green River. Let's go.
Yeah.
Get a good one again.
Yeah.
And
That's
another
right.
good one.
Yep. Well, there you go. Good job, Green River. We approve of it. If you guys have the availability to buy this,
Go get one.
Absolutely. B&A has given great reviews. Go get yourself one. I think it's definitely one to have in your collection.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
All right.
there you go. There's another episode where we gave you our honest opinions on the Full Proof by Green River Distillery. All right. Until next time, drink responsibly. Oh, that is good. It is warm. It's definitely warm.
It's fire. Fire.
You're like, oh my gosh.